Okay, so in this lesson, we're being asked to do two things. You need to, using the song, think about what Lady Gaga is saying about gender and identity. But you're also going to need to think about how she's doing that. That word how, what we mean is how is she using either language or structure in her song to do that. So I'm going to show you how I would approach this task. What I need you to do is to follow along at home. I'm going to model under the visualizer here what I would do. You need to be copying that down at home because at the end of the video, you're going to be asked by your teacher to pick some ideas of your own to talk about. So the first thing that I need to do is I need to get some evidence. So I've picked out already a quote that I think shows really well how Lady Gaga feels about gender and identity. And I've picked this quote here. I've highlighted it in yellow. And I'm going to also write it down in the middle of a piece of paper. And I'd like you to do the same, please, Year 7. So it's a quote. We're going to need quotation marks. My quote is, "Don't hide yourself in regret. Just love yourself and you're set." Okay. So you should also now have your quotes written in the middle of a piece of paper. If you need to pause the video to finish that off, please feel free. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to think about is what. In other words, what is Lady Gaga actually saying in this quote about gender or identity? Well, if I read this first line, "Don't hide yourself in regret," I think what she's saying there by saying "don't hide" is don't be ashamed. So Lady Gaga, I'm going to actually write that at the top. Lady Gaga says, don't be ashamed. She thinks people of all genders shouldn't feel afraid. Because we hide when we're afraid, aren't we? So she says, don't hide yourself in regret. Just love yourself and you're set. So if we look at that second line, what else is she saying? Well, she's actually saying, just love yourself. I think she's saying that you should be proud. So Lady Gaga also says we should be proud no matter our gender identity. So I've got 2 points that I could already make just using this one quote. She thinks that people of all genders shouldn't feel afraid or ashamed, but she also says that we should be proud no matter our gender identity. So if I was going to write a paragraph about this song and how she feels about gender and identity, they'd be 2 really good points that I could make. So now I'm going to turn my attention to how. How is she using language or structure in her song to get that message across to us as the listeners or the readers? So I can start at quite a basic level. I can start by thinking about the word choices that she's made, which would come under language. So I'm going to pick out the 2 words that I've already started to talk about. I've talked about this word hide here and this word love here. And they are actually both the same kind of word, aren't they? They are both verbs. So we've got the verb hide And we've got love as well. So we can think about some of the feelings or ideas that are suggested by those words. We call those connotations in English. So what do we think about when we think about the verb love? Well, the connotations of love are things like trust, caring for each other, being kind to each other. Kindness is another connotation of love. Safety, security, feeling safe and secure with people that you love. So these are all different feelings or ideas or connotations. So perhaps we could use the word suggest to talk about these. So love suggests trust, caring, kindness, safety, security. They're all the connotations. If we think about hide, that's got very different connotations, hasn't it? So the verb hide, that actually implies perhaps shame, guilt, fear as well. We often hide when we're afraid, don't we? If you think about when you were little, if you're afraid, sometimes you want to hide yourself away. Shyness as well. So she's saying, she's using language, she's using the verb hide to suggest don't be afraid, don't be ashamed, don't feel guilty. And this verb love to suggest instead, trust yourself, be caring, be kind to yourself, feel safe with yourself, be secure in yourself. Now, this would already be the start of a very good paragraph. If we were going to push it even further, we could actually also start to think about, well, why has she put these two lines together? Structurally, why has she put don't hide and just love together? Well, those are actually kind of opposite ideas, aren't they? We've got love, which is all about being open and honest and brave. And we've got hiding, which implies all these negative emotions like shame and guilt and shyness. So she's actually using the structural technique of juxtaposition there. She's juxtaposing those ideas. So that's something else that we could say about these two verbs. She's juxtaposed them. They are opposite ideas. And why has she done that? Well, juxtaposition often emphasizes both ideas. It makes both ideas seem even stronger because they're placed next to their opposite. So if we really wanted to go further, we absolutely could. We could think about the use of this word yourself. She's using here, well, the pronoun you, it's direct address. She's actually talking directly to the person listening. Which helps us to feel quite involved, doesn't it? And especially if you were someone who perhaps felt like you needed to hide yourself away, this song might make you feel quite brave, mightn't it? Because she seems very strong, very confident. We could go further. We could zoom in on this word regret. I've not got space to write it down, but if you really want an extra challenge today, you can think about some of the connotations of regret. When do people regret things? So, as you can see, we now have some really detailed notes. I've got two really good points just from this one quote about what Lady Gaga is saying. So to summarise, Lady Gaga is saying that we shouldn't be ashamed or afraid of ourselves. She's also saying that we should be proud, no matter our gender identity. And how she's doing that? Well, she's using some key words. She's using the verb hide, which implies shame, guilt, fear, or shyness that some people might feel. And she's also using this verb love to suggest that we should trust ourselves, that we should be caring, we should be kind, safe, secure in ourselves. And one last point is actually that this is an imperative verb as well, which remember is a bossy verb. So she's telling us what to do. And maybe we can infer from this that she's really confident in herself and she wants us to be too. So we could talk about the language in this quote. We could also talk about the structure, the juxtaposition in this quote, which helps to emphasize both the ideas. And going even further, we could talk about the direct address and how it makes us feel like we're involved. And remember that extra challenge, see if you can zoom into any other keywords. Right, your teacher now is going to ask you to do exactly the same yourself, but for some more quotes. So good luck with that, and thank you for watching today.